All right, and welcome to our first podcast of Catnaps and Cognac.
Yay!
Yay! Exciting. So,
Who are we? I'm Ariel.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And yeah, this is our first show.
Yes.
So thank you all for listening. And
hope you enjoyed the show.
Hope you enjoy it.
Hi guys.
Hey.
And what you just heard was a snippet from our first show.
Can you believe it? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was just a year ago.
We sounded like babies.
I know. That was just a year ago.
A year ago.
Well, not just, a whole year ago.
Yeah, but yeah. 2013 done came and went.
Can you believe it?
This year went by ridiculously fast.
I'd like to know where the calendar has to go. You have a date? What's the rush?
It must have a date. It must have a date.
So welcome to episode 51 of Catnaps and Cognac. Meow. This episode's going to be a best of. Yes. So we're going to pick out some snippets of some of our shows that you guys enjoyed the most and some of the clips that we really loved and wanted you guys to hear.
Yeah, our favorite moments.
Yeah.
This can be like, remember how on Real World they used to do after the end of like every season, like the shit they should have shown?
Right.
This is like the shit y'all already heard. But that's okay.
You will like it.
You'll like it.
You'll like it. So, before we get into that, yesterday was Christmas.
Yes.
And to be quite honest, both Ari and I were not very much so in the Christmas mood.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, neither of us were able to go home.
No, we were homesick.
So then we decided to have Christmas with each other.
Yes.
And it just made Christmas so much better.
It was fun.
It was still a good Christmas.
I watched Napoleon Dynamite, you guys.
Yeah,
and I liked it.
Good, yay!
I liked it. I thought it was really funny. I would definitely watch it again. I mean, who says this? What, almost 10 years later?
Right.
But whatever.
Doesn't matter.
It
you
doesn't
got
matter.
to watch it. Yes. What matters is that you got to watch it and that you enjoyed it.
Yo, the way he danced. He had the moves like Jagger.
Yeah. He sure did. That can't eat in my heels tonight, baby. You know, it kills me every time I see him eat those damn tots. The way he shoved those tots in his mouth.
But only ate half of one.
What's wrong with him? He's so special.
The whole family was special.
Yes. Everybody in that movie was special. They're just so different.
Yes.
In Idaho. Is that how they get down in Idaho?
I'm going to assume so.
Oh, my God. I wonder what clubbing life is like in Idaho.
Do they have clubs?
Do they have black people there? Were there black people in the movie? Well, other than LaFonda.
But she was from out of town.
She was.
I don't know.
I don't think I saw any black people.
You think
in
they
that
have the
movie.
Peter Pan bus?
What?
Was that a random question? I feel like
Peter Pan bus. I don't know if it was the last time I saw one of those.
I take it home sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, the Peter Pan bus. So I feel like every major city has a Peter Pan or a Greyhound.
Well,
or I don't know.
No, because it was the bus station was the Idaho.
They have the bus from like what's love got to do with it?
And the bus station was Idaho. That was the name of the bus station in Napoleon Dynamite. Anyway, Christmas was great.
Yes.
And now we're going to be looking forward to
the New Year.
The New Year, yay! Which just commemorates our first show.
Pretty much, yeah. Our first show was right before your birthday.
Yep.
Like this
before my
time.
birthday. Exactly, just like this time. And my birthday's coming up. I'm about to be 31.
Woo!
Woo, 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 woo. 1 year in the 30s game, baby. And I feel and look fine, baby.
She's 30.
And I like to kick and stretch. Oh, man. Yeah, a whole year.
All
right, so we're going to get into some of these clips.
Sure.
All right, so what is our first clip going to be?
Well, we had tons of guests on the show.
Yeah.
From our very start, pretty much.
Yeah.
The second episode, we had Olivia Dope, who was known then as DJ Fly Mommy.
Right.
Selena Rochester from Bravo TV. And Ratseed.
Ratseed. She was in the house.
She was in the cat house.
So check out this cute clip.
So, the first one we have is Stuffed Shack. Stuffed Shack.
TV time?
Okay,
Can I just say,
go ahead.
Porters?
No.
No. That was a good try.
That was a good try.
Good try. Good try.
DVR it?
Go ahead.
Honey Boo Boo?
No.
Okay, Stuffed Shack is Full House.
Oh. This would have been a better. Sorry. I didn't know we were doing old shows.
We're doing old and new shows. Old and new. Old and new.
Okay.
I like Porters though.
That was a Stuffed Shack. That's a good.
That was good.
That is a good. That was a good.
But
one.
it's remember, it's TV Association.
Wait, but she said Honey Boo Boo.
You did.
And that was one of our first games that we ever played on Catnaps and Cognac.
It didn't go over as well as we hoped it was going to. Clearly.
Listening back to the clues, we're like, what is that? Stuffed Shack.
It was good at the time.
It
And
was.
We were like, how did they not get this? But I definitely did it just now. Like, what was that? But it was still fun, and they were good sports.
Yes,
we went
definitely.
to hot chocolate.
Yes. It wasn't a lifetime supply, just one packet. But
Just
it
one.
Look, we're on a budget.
Which I need to get some more of because that hot chocolate was great.
Yes, definitely. Starbucks hot chocolate. Definitely got to get them more. So now on to our next clip.
Yeah, one of our most favorite people.
Yes.
Sterling Watson. From The Lost Dial was on episode 3 called Don't Touch That Dial. No, it was Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the whole geeks versus nerd thing.
Yep.
And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
That one was a really fun
was a fun
conversation that we had. So let's play a little snippet for you guys right here.
So, well, on our first show, we talked about people who are stingy with stars. And we were just so concerned and wondered why you guys are like this.
We were very upset.
Yeah, we were upset.
We were upset.
We were upset because we just don't get it. Like, if you like something, give it the 5 stars. But Sterling is one of the people who is stingy with his stars.
I like to defend my stinginess.
Okay,
let's hear
Let's
it.
hear it.
With good reason.
Let's hear it.
Why?
My high school years. Okay, so I was had like one of these English teachers who she would grade papers and she was stingy with giving like A pluses. And the reason why she did that is because she wanted us to strive harder to write better papers until we actually earned that A plus. So that kind of stuck with me ever since I started like voting for things, or not voting, this whole star rating thing.
Right.
So that is one reason why I'm like, well, this movie was, it was good. It just needs a little bit more to it. I don't know. 4 stars. I would give it 4.5 maybe. Unless it was like really, really amazing, like, I don't know, Ocean's 11, 5 stars. But the other reason why I don't always give the 5-star rating is because for a place like Netflix, they will start recommending things that I don't necessarily really want to see. I don't know.
All right.
Yes, that was with Sterling.
We talk about him being stingy with stars all the time.
All the time.
But, I mean, he has his explanation for why.
Yes,
so...
he has his valid reasons. However, don't be stingy with stars with us, okay? We noticed that one of y'all was stingy with stars. We got 5 ratings. 4 of them 5 stars. 1 of them 4 stars.
We want to know, Sterling, was it you?
Was it you, Sterling?
Was it you?
But thanks for rating us. That's so
real.
great.
Thank you so much.
That's so awesome. We saw it, like we went onto iTunes on Sunday. We were just like, oh my god, we have a rating. So we were very excited. So thank you to those who have gone in and rated us.
We still feel like we're newbies.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we kind of are, but I think we're pretty far in the game here.
I guess until we get to episode 53, we'll be rookies.
Yes.
So
yes.
This is our first year.
Yeah, indeed. I will say that. All right, so we're going to get into our next clip, and this was with Look at Jess, and she's our resident health and fitness guru, and we had her on talking about some fitness and health tips. So check this clip out.
Yeah, it'll stick with you guys forever.
Yes, forever. How often do you suggest that people exercise a week?
Well, the Center of Disease Control Prevention suggests that you should do at least 150 minutes of aerobic exercise a week, which 5 days a week equals 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
Also to do strength training 2 days a week. So you can do that, and that's just for mental health. And then, of course, if you want to gain muscle, you should exercise a little bit more, do strength training 3 to 5 times a week, and also have a rest day. Or if you just want to, do casual walking, exercise 3 days a week, at least 30 minutes a day.
So if that was Look at Jess, and she gave us some really good tips, and if you want to go back and actually listen to the whole episode to get more of her tips, that was episode 5, and go and check it out. She gave us some really good advice on working out, and considering the fact that it is almost New Year's again,
it's time to sign up for the gym.
It's time to sign up for the gym. So
doing it.
Definitely check it out. And now we're going to get into another guest that we had, and damn, we were like Oprah.
We felt like we really thought that we were Oprah for a second. That's fine.
That's fine.
Oprah, Sally, Jesse.
Yeah. All of them. So we had Jay Nwachu, and he is a recruiter, and he was giving us some awesome tips on how to make our resumes look good and what to do and what not to do at an interview. So
definitely extremely useful.
Yeah, this was a really, really good episode.
Information and practical information that everyone should think about when applying to new jobs.
Yeah, so check it out.
And then try to dig deep and find other things that speak to a story about yourself, right? I don't want to just see that you are a professional working as an accountant and nothing else about you. That's boring.
That is boring.
Right? I want to know that you climb rocks on the weekends. Because I might climb rocks too. It's a way for us to bond outside of work.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't force and put every single thing you do.
Right.
Just want to add a little bit of your personality in your resume.
So that was our episode with Jay, and we got some really good tips on employment and resume writing and cover letters. Just that episode was chock full of information. So if you're looking for a job right now, I definitely suggest you go back and listen to episode 6 to get the full episode and get all the tips. And who do we have coming up next?
Up next, we have Streets from the singleblackmale.org blog. And he gave us a lot of good information. It was just a fun conversation about love and relationships and the whole science that goes into it. And he gave us insight into what happens when guys and girls go from being friendships to relationship. Like, can we really be just friends?
Can we?
No.
No.
So let's listen to what he has to say.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely happened. But to me, that's not really being friend. That's you being placed in a holding pattern.
Okay.
It's not really. It's being cordial. It's not being a friend. I think people toss the word friend around a lot.
That's true. Yeah.
So I wouldn't really call it being a friend per se. It's kind of like I wrote on this a while back where I spoke about the hobby chick, and what that basically is that you'll have dudes who, for whatever reason, can't get with a chick because either They might put them in the friend zone, or they have some situation where they can't really, like get with them like that. So they'll say, all right, we can be cool. I'll keep the lines of communication open, but I'm gonna do my thing over here. And every once in a while, just like people who have who put together those like puzzles and toy model airplanes and boats where they come back to it every once in a while and work on it when they have time. That's how dudes will treat women.
Oh,
And
and that's how she's a hobby chick.
They make any headways, cool. If not, it's whatever, because they're not really exuding too much stress.
So that was the episode with Streets, and I really like actually reading the Single Black Male blog because you get hip to these new terms like the hobby chick,
Right?
Because we definitely were like, oh God, I don't know the hobby chick, So it's always fun to read those kind of things. So I would definitely suggest that you guys check out singleblackmale.org, or you can also check out Streets' website, streetstalk.net, for his own personal blog. Yeah, and like Ari and I were talking about it, and definitely with the whole boom of those kind of relationship shows like Sex and the City, and those movies like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and He's Just Not That Into You. It's definitely become magnified, this whole, male-female relationships.
They've taken over.
Yeah, definitely taken over.
For the 99 and the 2000.
Can I tell you he's following me?
I saw.
Check me out. I'm taking over for the 99 and the 2000. Juvenile is following me because he tweeted something about it was like happy holidays. I wish all of you guys happy holidays, and I also wish for the big fine women to still backing that thing up for the 99 and the 2000. And I hollered when I saw that tweet. And I retweeted it, and I was just so excited. And then he started following me.
Check you out.
I know. Check me out for the 99
for the 99 and 2000. Tweeting for the 99 and the 2000.
Oh,
I hope that's his bio. That would be awesome.
What? He needs to make that his bio for sure. So our next clip coming up, we have a faithful listener, Sweet Sunday, and on this episode we were talking about candy, and she gives us an anecdote from one of her favorite candy memories.
Yes.
So check it out.
So my favorite childhood candy was Now and Laters. Absolutely love Now and Laters to this day. Back when I was younger, you could buy a pack of Now and Laters for 5 cents, and there were 18 in a pack. Don't judge me on my age. Anyhow. So you fast forward to current day, and around January, I decided I wanted Now and Laters for my birthday for some unknown reason. And I can't find Now and Laters anywhere. And after going to a couple of stores and a couple of gas stations and BJ's and Costco's, I am now obsessed in finding them, and I go online. Well, I come to discover that it's very hard to find, and that seems to me like they're going to be discontinued. So my bright idea in my brain says, oh, let me order a tub. A tub has about 425 Now and Laters, a mixed variety. Well, when I look it up, it's $10 for the tub, but $10 for shipping also, which is highway robbery. Now that I think that they're going to be discontinued, I ordered 2 big tubs of Now and Laters to the tune of like $43 because I have an obsessive sweet tooth. Of course, I eat them for about a week or 2, and now I'm over them for now. But I have them for the future, and they never go bad. Fortunately, I've never had a cavity, because I go to the dentist like 3-4 times a year. I'm obsessed with good teeth hygiene. But that's my childhood memory of candy, and I will sell anybody on Now and Laters, and if you haven't had any, you really should try them.
So that was Nadine with her cute story about candy.
Super cute.
And funny enough, she tweeted me the other day for her birthday, which is coming up soon. She wants a tub of Jolly Ranchers.
Oh my gosh. You know what? It's so cute because she's like the woman who has everything.
Yeah.
I love that she just wants candy.
She just wants candy.
That's so adorable.
That's all she wants is candy. So who do we have coming up on the next clip?
We had Marion, DJ Skinny B, And we had a really good conversation about colorism in the African American community and colorism between African Americans and people from Africa.
Yeah. And so that was a really good, riveting conversation for sure. So check out this clip.
This stigma with not wanting to be African is so great. And I don't know where it comes from. Actually, I'm lying. I do know where it comes from. It comes from white people convincing black people that it's not good to be black. It's not good to be African. Really, that's really where it comes. If you really, really, really think it down to the bottom basis of it. Coming from Africa, being black, being dark-skinned, having nappy hair, having just coming from that descent was not looked like, wasn't that great. Like, what was the term that they would, an African booty scratcher. Where did it even come from? Right. I don't even know. I don't even know. But if you ever go, I feel like it should be completely the opposite. Because if you go to these countries and come back, you wouldn't feel the same. You would not feel the same. If anything, I feel like Africans are bougie. So it's just like the nerve of you to kind of look down on me and kind of, I don't know, put me not at the same standard as you. Kind of set me back a little bit when I was younger. It was a little bit annoying. I would get teased a lot, but I learned to deal with it. I mean, all I would have to do is educate. Education is key. Right. Education is key.
It definitely is.
So call me what you want to, but I'll show you pictures where I come from, and you'll be jealous.
Exactly.
And that was our little chat that we had with Marion. It was really, I think it was a really exciting conversation, mainly because, I mean, we basically kind of represent all of them. Like, I'm, my family's from the islands, her family's from Africa, your family is from America.
Right.
So it was really good to have this conversation, so that we could see all sides of how colorism affects us.
Definitely.
And so now, what do we have next?
Next, we have Witty Kitty 5, Anna. She came to play a game with us, and it was so much fun.
Yes, much, much better than our first game. This one was much more successful. And actually, you guys might learn some things from this game. So it was really fun. It was called Name That Character. So check out this clip.
So I can't give you his full name, because if I give you his full name, then you'll be able to guess him. But his first name is Veritably.
Ooh. Veritably? Let me think. Can I get a clue?
Yes. He's bald-headed and gets your house squeaky.
Oh, Mr. Clean.
Yes! So his name is actually Veritably Clean. Wow.
His name is Veritably Clean?
Yes, that's his name.
His mom named him Veritably before she knew he's going to be turned to, a cleaner?
Yeah.
A cleaner with the gold earrings.
Listen. Tired.
And that was our fun game that we played with Witty Kitty 5.
Yeah.
My favorite character was Mr. Poppin' Fresh.
Mr. Poppin' Fresh was good. I also liked Mr. Clean.
Yeah, Verity Clean.
Yeah. That was a good one.
So, okay, and who do we have coming up next?
Next, we have our returning guest.
Yes.
She's been on the show quite a few times. A.B. Perkins of TicTacWax.com. If you guys are looking for custom-made candles, check her out. TicTacWax.com. And in this episode, we talked about a lot, episode 29, but one of the things that we talked about most was type A and type B personalities. And we kind of try to figure out what we were. Were we a mixture of the two? Were we one or the other? Which one of you guys?
Yeah.
Let us know and listen to this clip.
I think Tupac is an extrovert but with introvert tendencies. Since he's so reflective about things.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of, I don't compare myself to Tupac because I'm not crazy, but the ability to turn it off and on, most of the time probably introverted and just chilling, that's why he got 700 songs. If he was a real extrovert,
he wouldn't have time.
You're right.
Videos.
Right.
So,
And taking it to Biggie, you couldn't keep him in the studio because he always wanted to be out and having fun.
Right.
And that was A.B. Perkins and us talking about type A and type B personalities. And that was really fun, actually trying to figure out what we were.
I'm type Z.
I can be be type A sometimes.
Type Z's. Because I like my naps.
Nap time.
Cat naps.
And cognac. So, what do we have coming up next?
Next, we have our cohabitation panel.
Yes, that was our first panel.
Our very first panel.
Such a success.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And we talked about a lot.
Yeah, we talked about a varying scope of things.
A lot. We were joined by Amber again,
yes.
A.B. Perkins, Jason Garner, Dante, and Vanessa.
Yeah, and it was a really, really good panel. You guys should definitely check that episode out. But we will give you a little snippet here.
Yes.
When you cohabitate before marriage, that person to me can still be the representative that they were, if you weren't cohabitating. So, just because you're living together, to me, I guess I could say for me, personally, my ex-wife was still that representative. A lot of things didn't come out and happen until we got married or after we got married. Long story short, my ex-wife's in prison right now. Sentenced her to 3 states, did a lot of stuff, stealing and tax fraud and you name it, she just about did it except for murder. So these people say, well, you didn't know the signs? No, I didn't. We lived together for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And I didn't know any of it. I didn't see any of the signs. None of those signs were there before. So, to me, cohabitating, personally, the difference between the two don't make any, the person could be the representative regardless.
Right.
Whether you're together, living together, whether you're not. So, I think and then just to say this to sum that up, when you're cohabitating with someone and you get into that mode, you get into that marriage mode, for me, I tell people it's harder to break up when you're married and then when you're in that type of situation, because you fuse things together as far as, like Jason said, expenses, you start sharing expenses, bank accounts, all those things. So you get into all that tricky stuff, and it can really get tricky because you're not legally married. So assets and all that stuff and separating, you get into a lot of tricky and muddy water. So that's something that I would definitely suggest to anybody to avoid, and I do that.
So that was our conversation about cohabitation before marriage. I think that was a really awesome panel. That was one of the episodes that we got that was like the most listened to and the most rapidly listened to episode.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was a pretty good conversation.
I would love to have another conversation with all of them again.
Yeah, me too, definitely. It's like a revisit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to do that. So now, next what we have coming up is
Venus versus Mars.
Venus versus Mars. That was another panel that we had. Since the first one went over so well, we decided to do another one. So check out this clip. We're talking about male and female relations, not just sexually, but just, in social settings as well.
Gender roles and all that jazz.
Yep.
When I was in college, me and my friends, we kind of like classified all these different dirt bags. The ones that put on the sugar coat, we call those the chameleons. They're gonna change to be whatever you want them to be, so they can get whatever response they want. But then you got some people that just come straight up to you and they will talk to you, and if you don't buy it, then they'll leave you alone. But the chameleon dude, if they see you got a nice clean cut dude, he's going to get clean cut too, and he'll be back.
And that was a tiny clip from Venus versus Mars. That was also a really good conversation. The guys and gals on that episode were very interesting, and the topics just, they went further than what we expected them to go to.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone had some really good insight onto everything. We definitely learned a lot, which is something that we always love to do. But it was really good.
Yeah, definitely. So if you can and you want to hear the whole show, go back and check that episode out. What episode number was that?
34.
Go back and check out episode
34 and
35.
35.
And 34. It was two
parts.
It was a two-parter. So definitely go back and check out those 2 episodes to hear the whole show. Next, what we have coming up is nothing. We were trying to search for a clip from a show where we played this fun game called The Demonym Game, and we could not find this episode.
For the life of us.
Where the hell did it go?
It's the lost episode.
The lost episode.
If you guys heard it, let us know. Just so we know.
Yeah. Because I know I listened to it.
I know I listened to it too.
So where the hell did it go? So we actually have a last episode, which is kind of cool. I feel like we're totally like in the cool club, in the cool podcast club.
Okay.
Because we have lost episodes, like the lost reels.
Yeah.
Of Doctor Who.
What is Doctor Who, by the way?
Doctor Who is a show about the Doctor, and he's like from the future, but he like travels time. And basically there's like things that are going on in the future that can affect what's going on right now, so he has to stop them from happening in the future so that it doesn't happen, so things don't happen in the past. It's actually a pretty cool show.
I thought it was something completely different.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was like medicine, what Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, like that, but it's definitely not. Well, it is kind of, because
I knew it was like science, like something sciencey, like or whatever. Considering all the geeks like it,
right? It is,
but it doesn't sound bad.
No, it's actually pretty good. I started watching it on Netflix, and it's actually really good. I'm in the second season now. Oh. It's the second season that's on Netflix, because like 94 or 100 episodes or something like that got lost, because the show's been on since like the 60s, I believe, and every season it's like a new doctor, because the doctor regenerates. And so he's being chased by the Daleks and all this other stuff. Like the other day, it was like the 150th anniversary, I believe, or something, or some kind of anniversary, 50th anniversary, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, and they had this little game of these robots. I hadn't started watching the show yet, so I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then once I started watching the show, I was like, "Oh, it makes sense now." Yeah,
I need to check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you watched the episodes, it started off in the 60s, or like
no. It started off in the new one,
Who?
2005.
Got it.
Yeah, it started off in 2005. It's a little kitschy, and
it's British, right?
Yeah, it's British, and so the first season that I watched, it's kind of cheesy. It's just like, okay, you know what, like come on, with their moving around and pressing buttons, and we're in
2005,
right? Like I know. I was like, come on, this is cheesy. Like, I feel like the effects could be better. However, the storyline and the things that are going on in the show are actually pretty good. So, and it's one of those shows that you definitely have to pay attention to, because you know how British people love to do things very subtly in their shows. They're very subtle with everything. So it's just like, oh yeah, he said that he did that in 5 minutes ago. Now it makes sense why he's doing what he's doing.
It's a lurker's dream.
Yes, definitely. And I love to lurk. So, but yeah, the last episode, we're part of the cool club now.
Yeah,
because we have the last episode. So, if you know where it is, if you remember that episode with the Demonym Game, I honestly don't remember anything else that we talked about on that episode.
I don't either, unfortunately.
Because we were drinking thought juice.
Yes.
So, and we were drunk
Crushing
off of
cans with your forehead.
We were drunk off of strawberries,
and then we had some champagne.
Yeah, we had foolishness. That's what we had, okay? A bunch of foolishness, and that's why we can't find the damn episode now.
Whoops. It took a cat nap and just never woke up.
Yes, exactly.
Aww. Well, let's get into our favorite moments.
Yes, our favorite moments. Yay!
One of my favorite moments was when you explained what "that's fine" is, or what.
Yeah, so definitely, if you don't know what "that's fine" is, listen to this clip and find out. When you are in one of those situations where somebody's trying to tell you something and you're really not trying to hear it, you could be like, "That's fine," and you move on. You go on about your business. Have you ever "that's fine" to anybody?
I'm sure. I think my "that's fine" is "that's cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely yours.
Yeah, definitely mine.
Or you right.
Yeah.
That's definitely your "that's fine."
I feel like I have a lot. But yeah, I definitely say like "that's cool" or all right, or no, you got it.
Yes. That's fine.
You got it.
That's fine. Sometimes you really just can't argue with people.
No.
And I'm definitely not here for arguing, going back and forth. Yeah, I don't have the time, and I don't care enough to go back and forth.
Don't have the time, don't have the patience.
Yes,
just like, let's just end it.
Just end it, and that's fine. And there we go. You have your opinion, and I have mine. So now you know what that's fine means, and if you don't know, that's fine.
And if you don't say it, it's equally
that's fine. So yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I honestly didn't even think I was being snobby when I said it. But apparently I am, and that's fine. I will take the title. But now it's one of my favorite moments, and it's the episode where Ari tells us a story about when she pranked her mom. Had me in tears, doubled over with laughter. Check out the clip.
There was something going around on the internet where you prank your parents. So you text them a couple of lines. You say, oh, got 2 grams for $40 or $50. And then you're supposed to text them back immediately after that and say, like, oh, ignore that text, or that wasn't for you. And then you're supposed to see what their response is and then post it on the internet. So I don't know why I wanted to join. I wasn't going to post anything to the internet, but I decided to text my mom to see what she would say 3 hours later. First of all.
3 hours later.
Yes, 3 hours later, I get a text back from my mom. She was not too pleased with me. She said, when I see grams, I automatically think of illegal drugs. What's going on? So I called her, and she chewed me out for a good half hour about this.
So
but
she didn't find it funny.
No, she didn't find it funny at all. But the bad part about this was she decided to forward those messages to my sister, my older sister, and my father.
Oh my gosh.
Now, my parents have been divorced since I was like 6. So clearly, they don't even have to talk to each other anymore. Like, they really don't. And I'm 27 years old. Why are you calling my dad? Daddy, no. Why are you calling him? Why are you texting him? So my dad just learned how to text like 2 months ago.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So he doesn't even text. He just does it. Maybe he did it a little bit, and now that was it.
That was it.
So, by the way, my sister told her that it was a joke before I got to speak with her. So I don't understand why my mom was still mad when I got on the phone and she acted like it was brand new. Like, why are you doing this? And I almost got a heart attack. And are you taking drugs? And all this other things. Like, no, Mom, I'm not. It was just a joke. But the here's where it gets funny. I'm talking to my dad because not only did she text him, she ended up calling him the next morning about it. So now she knows that this is clearly a joke, and she was laughing at me. She told me she's gonna kick my ass the next time she saw me, by the way. And so dramatic. So when I'm talking to my dad, apparently, my dad is old school, you guys. Like, he just started wearing jeans and like, in like the year 2000.
What did he wear before? Just slacks?
Slacks, yes. Just started wearing jeans. He still has a brick phone. No, I think maybe it flips. He has a flip phone still. He doesn't use voicemail. He doesn't have it set up. So, he doesn't use a computer. He decided to retire when they found out that, you know, there's going to be computers at his job. So, this is my father in the year 2013. So, my mom calls him. He tells me that I put these screenshots on YouTube for the world to see. And
he thought all of them were yours?
No, just the one that my mom sent me.
Oh.
The one that my mom sent him. I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
So, she told him that I put the text on YouTube and that I'm going to be in big trouble because the feds can find me and I'm putting it on for the world to see. And then he says, well, what's YouTube? So it's like, you know what? You know what? having this conversation. You don't know what YouTube is. My mom is scaring you. And this didn't happen.
Did you guys love that clip as much as I did?
That is one of my 2013 lessons.
And what was the lesson there?
Don't ping my mom. Don't even think, first of all, don't listen to crazy white people from the internet. That's number one. That's where I got the joke from.
Right.
Number two, don't listen to my coworkers because she coaxed me into doing it and told her mom that I was the one that put her up to it.
Oh, you see?
So I got thrown under the bus. I got ran over.
You got ran over?
I came back to life and got hit by a semi.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. Love.
Too old for this.
love that clip. Now, here's a prank that was basically played on the both of us.
By ourselves. Inception prank.
So it was what, reading day, National Reading Day?
Yeah.
And so we decided to try to have a tour, a library tour. Because the libraries in New York are pretty awesome.
Here we go being bougie.
Right. Exactly. We want to be cute and bougie. Yeah, we read books. We go on library tours. We don't turn up.
That's what our ads get.
It was a complete and total fail. It was an epic fail.
Epic fail. Listen to what happened. We found the library that was near, and it was the Chatham Square Library, which was on East Broadway, which is it's like near Chinatown.
Right.
So from our Google Maps, it said that it was 15 minutes walking distance from the Mulberry Street Library to Chatham Square Library. And we never made it. We never made it.
Yo, the directions might as well have been in Chinese. We didn't know where the hell we were going.
We ended up in Tiananmen Square.
Yeah.
Like, we had no clue where we were.
We were by a courthouse.
We ended up in Afghanistan by Marines. Like, where the hell were we?
I don't even know. I don't know, but we got lost.
And everyone gave us different directions, like where we were trying to find it. It was just, so we were like, you know what? F it.
Forget it.
Because by now we're hungry.
Right.
We've seen library mirages on the way. So it's like, National Reading Day, we don't have to go to the library. Let's just go to some bookstores.
Right.
We went to one bookstore as well.
And that was our epic library fail. What a mess.
It was an awful mess.
An awful mess. I mean, no disrespect to the New York libraries. I mean, because they're awesome. I still think they're great.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're definitely great. But our library tour was just a fail.
Yeah. Horrible. You know what? Next time we're just going to the main library and let that be that.
Exactly. And we'll just take a tour of one library.
It's big.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what she said.
Yes!
Yes!
The last one for 2013.
You know I had to get it in there. And that's what he said. Oh, man. Now we're going to get into another clip. This was a fave of ours, and it seemed like this whole episode we were just bitching and complaining.
We were. We can't do this for 2014.
No, we're not gonna do
not
it.
like that.
Yeah. It was an episode where we talked about our pet peeves, and we found out that we really hate a lot of things.
We do, but the good thing is we weren't alone.
Exactly, we weren't alone.
We had other people to chime in on what their pet peeves were too.
Right.
So you won't hear all of those, but just know if you listen to that episode, and that was episode 16, that it's out there.
It's out there.
And if you have some pet peeves, you can still share them with us.
Yeah,
it's
email
perfectly
us.
fine.
Definitely.
It's completely, what's the word?
Cathartic. Yes. Yes.
So listen to us ramble on about our pet peeves, and check out this clip.
Coughing or sneezing without covering your mouth. That's just disgusting.
I be yawning without covering my mouth. I'm sorry. I always catch myself, like, when I'm a second, I'll be like, oh, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I don't like them. Yeah, cover your mouth, please. Because sometimes I don't know the proper terminology for it, but I call it guys. When you yawn and like there's this weird thing that happens and like spit comes flying out of your mouth. It geysers out like a geyser.
Okay,
That's what I call it.
I know what you're talking about.
Please cover your mouth because that could land on somebody. That shit flies. I don't want your saliva on me. This is disgusting.
Out of here, reptile.
No, this is biohazard.
Like you're from Jurassic Park.
Like, please don't do that. Cover your mouth when you're coughing. We don't want your germs. We don't sneeze into your arm.
Yeah, I do. I'm just so sad. I've gotten into sneezing into my arm.
Sneeze into your arm. Cough, like, ew. And I see it a lot. People in New York are repeat offenders of this, of coughing without covering their mouth, sneezing without covering their mouth, and yawning. Just your breath right now. Your breath. You're killing me. And now you know all the things that we hate, or some of the things. And if you want to hear them all, you can go to episode 16. Mm-hmm. And not just listen to our pet peeves, but other people's pet peeves as well.
Right.
Now, our next clip that we want to share with you, well, the last one, we talked about gossiping and how gossiping is not necessarily all bad. It's actually healthy for social interactions, gossiping. And so we talked about that. We wanted to share with people that gossiping can be good. Yeah, so check it out. And there was an experiment that was published in the Journal of Applied Psychology. 221 college students completed a questionnaire rating people's main motives for gossiping. They found that exchanging and validating information was the most important reason to instigate gossip. Students also rated its negative influence as the least important reason to gossip, and its social enjoyment and group protection ranked second and third, respectively. As a result, Biersma suggests that malicious gossip may be a relatively infrequent type, but its consequences may be disproportionately large, and that's the issue. So you see, gossiping isn't all bad. No! It actually can be really good and really healthy. It's just when people are being vicious and malicious, that's when gossiping is not so nice.
Right.
Yes. And so
keep it clean.
Yes, please keep it clean. So those were our clips and our faves from 2013. Woo! Oh my gosh, a whole year. This is so amazing, so exciting.
Yes. Remember last year we couldn't, we were trying to figure out Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah.
Still don't know. It's been a whole year.
Right. I'm going to learn the words so we can sing it.
On New Year's?
Yes. I'm going to learn the words just right. Oh, well, you know what? I'll just pull up the words on my smartphone and sing it.
Can't wait.
I don't need to learn the words. I can just sing along.
All right.
That means that she's not singing with me.
I'm going to be like this on my phone. Recording.
You are your own girl.
Right. Put on World Star. Like, New Year's fail.
Oh man, no!
It's gonna be. I'm gonna do this. World Star.
Why they gotta do that?
I don't know.
World Star. Get out of here! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's become so gross.
I want to know
Yes.
who was the first to start that.
Right.
They gonna be like, what the hell is this shit?
Right.
Reject. This boring ass, bougie ass video.
Over here singing the fucking Auld Lang Syne. What? This shit's whack. Anywho, what we want to do before we end the show is we want to give our shout outs. First shout out goes to
The Lost Dial.
Yay! We like to call them our brother podcast. Yes. Sterling and Mike, they are so awesome. They've been so supportive of our show from day one. We've been on their show. They've been on our show. Just barrels of laughs and loads of fun each time that we link up.
And treats.
Yes, and treats. Can't forget the treats. So it's totally been amazing, and they've made this year so much fun in podcasting, and they just really helped us out, and I hope we did the same for them.
Yes.
Yeah, so awesome. So thanks, Sterling and Mike.
Thank you.
Yes, and next we're moving on to one of our resident guests.
Literally.
Yeah. A.V. Perkins. She is super, super, super supportive. always, anytime we tweet something about the show, she's tweeting about it. We have a poll. She's retweeting the poll. She's answering the questions. She's just been so supportive. And, of course, she's been on our show several times.
Yes.
Been a guest and just been totally amazing, totally supportive of the Catnaps and Cognac movement. And we just really appreciate her. And we want to give her a nice, big, special shout-out. Thank you so much. Who does our next shout-out go to?
Our next shout-out goes to, I don't know if it's Umar.
I think it's Umar. Umar Stories.
Yes.
It was a random follow that we got, or one of my followers, and then he started listening to the show, and he's just been so amazing. He's supported us. He's promoted us on his website. He wrote this really great bio about us. That we gonna steal. I mean, he follow Fridays us, he really promotes us, and we really want to thank you for the promotion and getting our names out there. Even if it's just you listening, or even if you got 10 more listeners for us, we just appreciate it so much, because that's what we do it for. We do it for you guys to listen, and I'm humbled because he finds us so entertaining and so funny. I mean, it's one thing when we think we're funny,
I know,
but it's another thing when somebody actually finds us entertaining and says that we teach people new things, and with our drinks and stuff like that. Like, I love that. So thank you so much for being such a big supporter of Catnaps and Cognac. Next, we gotta say a big shout out and thank you to the girls.
Yes, our girls.
Yes, DSE Blaze, Witty Kitty 5, The Sassy One, Olivia Dope, Radsy, Look at Jess, Sweet Sunday, Brie Vanessa. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show and tweeting us and retweeting the show and having people listen to us. We really, really appreciate that.
Yes.
Because without you guys, we wouldn't have the listener base that we do have.
Right.
Yeah, because you guys help us reach the masses, because we know y'all are famous and stuff. Got over 1,000 followers and stuff like that. So
every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts. So we reach one of your followers, and then they retweet it, and then it just goes into the masses. And then also, not just the girls. Jason Gardner, he retweets us a lot all the time. Definitely, he supports us. Dr. Phil Dante Hugh.
Last of the best.
Yes, last of the best. He listens to us. So the guys too, y'all in there, and Chairman Frog.
Yeah,
he listens to us.
Definitely.
Yeah, and exactly.
Ask fun questions.
Yes, he does. So we want to thank you guys too for supporting us and promoting the show. And it's again, we're just really thankful. The last shout out that we have is to
last but not least is
to Dr. Abrasive. Woo! Thank you so much. He was one of our first listeners, Tony, and he's been on our show. We've been on his. He has a podcast as well, and it's called The Dr. Abrasive Show. You can check it out. And, he went on there, and he rated us on iTunes, even gave us a review. And check us out. We've got 5 ratings on iTunes. 4 or 5. Yeah, we'd love to have more.
A lot more.
And we're going to call out the person who gave us a 4. We're calling you out.
Well, thank you, though.
Thank you. Next time, don't be stingy. Or we're trying to find out what it is that made you be stingy.
Don't re-rate us and give us 3 stars.
Right,
now.
Please don't. Just kidding. If you're gonna re-rate us, make it a better. Make it 5.
Bet you was be the better. Secretly.
Right. Probably. Gotta earn that star. Earn me.
F you, man. Just kidding.
But whoever rated us out there, she was really scouring at the computer. Whoever's out there listening to us and rating us on iTunes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, because you know what? We are 2 girls just out here, talking shit into a microphone, and
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, we think it's fun, but we're just more excited that you guys think we're fun as well. And we hope that you guys learn something each episode, or at least just laugh a little bit each episode. I know I was listening to episode 50 today, and even though, it was me and I was there in the conversation, but listening back to it, I was cracking up. And so, but again, I think I'm funny, so.
So it's fine.
So it's fine. But yeah, thank you guys so much. That, our supporters, we got to give you guys shout outs.
Definitely.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Well,
It's cocktail time.
Cocktail time.
Yes.
Yay.
Our last cocktail time of the year.
Of the year.
It's best month of the year.
Yeah. So, what's our cocktail for our last cocktail of the year? What is it?
Our last cocktail is the Catnap compilation.
Meow.
And for that, since it is holiday time.
Yes.
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, exactly.
So what you're gonna need is an ounce of cognac, and if you're a non-alcoholic drinker, you want to get a cup of chilled sparkling apple cider. Or you can get the hard cider if you want some old liquor.
Yeah.
And a few dashes of bitters and put that in a champagne flute. You're going to have two. It's enough for two.
Yeah, it's enough for two.
Don't be greedy.
Yeah, don't be greedy.
And that's about it.
Yeah. Turn up, turn up.
Turn up, turn up. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you for being with us for a whole year of catnaps and cognac.
We can't wait to see you in 2014.
Yeah.
Or here.
Or there.
I don't what's the future?
I don't know. Past participle.
See you in 2000.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
We could do this all